Cooking black-eyed peas is a long-standing New Year's Eve tradition in families all across the country.
That's right. What, black-eyed peas, what, luck? Is that what it is?
Yeah, luck, and then the cabbage is your money.
Your money, that's right. Well, here's Chef Kev with his very own recipe that I'm sure is going to be delicious.
New Year's, everybody always talks about cooking cabbage and cooking black-eyed peas and things like that. That's something my mom did every year. Cabbage for money, peas were for luck. So I'm going to do a black-eyed peas and bacon dish here. Now what I've started in the pot, I've started off by putting in some bacon and I've got it browned off, and you can see here I've taken some out but I've left some in. Okay, what I want to do is now, as this heats up, look at our black-eyed peas. Now, you know, with beans or peas, you always have to pick through them to make sure there's no rocks in them and things like that. So I'm going to get the black-eyed peas in. I'm going to start to stir them around, let them get coated with a little bit of those bacon drippings. And you know, if you've had Louisiana cuisine, you know, red beans, we soak red beans overnight because we soak the beans overnight so that they become creamy. Here, what we're going to do with the black-eyed peas, we're going to do something similar to that. Now that the pot's heating up, I have chicken stock. I'm going to cover them with our chicken stock. I'm going to give this a good stir. Now, this needs to come up to a boil, and we want this to boil for 2 minutes. Once this boils for 2 minutes, I'm going to cover it and let it sit covered off the fire for an hour. This helps eliminate having to soak the beans overnight. Now guys, our beans have soaked. In my skillet, I have some butter, and now I'm going to get some sliced onions. Just starting to saute in the butter, okay? But while the onions saute, I want to show you the beans. Remember we had talked about, you know, soaking the beans overnight with red beans. Here we covered them with stock. Notice how they plumped up, okay? They plumped up because we boiled them for that couple of minutes and we let them sit for an hour. And during that hour's time, they got nice and tender. And you can see they absorb some of that stock. So what we want to do here, I'm going to saute our onions a little bit. And you know, because this is going to cook longer, I don't need to saute my onions too long. All right? If you want to saute them a long time, that's fine. But because they're going in here and this is going to cook longer, we don't need to saute them forever. So let's get this seasoned. What I have a little bit of salt because we use chicken stock. A little bit of our Creole seasoning, thyme, and garlic. Let's go ahead and get that in. Give this a nice stir, just basically to hit the heat. The heat will open up the garlic. You can see our onions are just starting to get a little translucent. So now, I can turn our fire off here. Let's put all of this into our pot, get it up to a boil. We're going to cover it and let our beans cook for another 20 minutes. This is going to be so good. I think they're ready. Come take a look. Now, if you like your beans in a lot more liquid, of course you can put more liquid. But see, they're nice and tender. And of course, the longer you cook them, they'll even cook apart. We can finish this off with a little bit of green onion. And we have some more bacon that we can garnish in each portion. So here we have our wonderful black-eyed peas for luck for New Year's. Thank you for cooking with me today. For WWTV, I'm Chef Kevin Belton, and we'll see you soon.